Hi everyone, I'm Tomasz Soliński and I want to show you how I process my photos in the simplest possible way. So this is what I do. I'm getting my image to Lightroom and the first thing I do, I'm getting the composition right. I didn't manage to make it in first place, which is no good. I'm very shy of it, but I can fix it a little bit here. So what I'm gonna do, I want to keep this eye, middle eye, in the center of my frame, in the 1/3, I mean. Somewhere here. I'm gonna drop it this little bit here, and this is my crop. That's what I want in portraits. You want to keep this leading eye 1/3 of the photo in the middle. Click OK. The second thing I'm doing, because photo is underexposed, I'm gonna expose a little bit more. So I'm gonna pop this up that much, so I have all the details visible. Basically everything is correct, underexposed, but there is a highlight here which is a little bit strong on the forehead. I want to reduce this, so I go to highlights and I'm gonna drop this down. Now you don't want to drop that much down because you're gonna lose the light totally and the picture is gonna be very flat. You want to keep this, find a sweet spot. So I think 23 will be a sweet spot here. What next? The shadows. I want the shadows. Without the shadows, again, picture is becoming flat. So I want to keep these shadows even more. I want to get these shadows even much more darker, but still keep the detail in them. I can allow myself in this photo, so I'm gonna keep it somewhere here. Now the whites giving life a little bit to photo, and I like to use it sometimes. I think most of the times I like to use it. So I'm gonna pop the whites. Look, it's giving life. You see, everything is alive, but also the saturation is raising up, so you don't want it too much. 20 up will do. The blacks, I'm gonna keep it as it is, because if I move that, it's becoming more flat. If I go down, it's becoming too dark. Let's keep it in the middle. Now the clarity, I'm not using usually clarity. It's only in very rare cases that I will use it, but this case, if I pop it up too much, look what's gonna happen. If I reduce this too much, it's gonna be very smoothy and smoochy, so you don't want it. Keep it on 0. That's the best you can do. Now the saturation is very saturated, this photo, especially in my monitor. It's a very strong orange color on the face, which we have to also fix. I'm gonna go to saturation. I'm gonna drop the saturation maybe like -20, and now the white balance. The skin color, it doesn't look like a skin color. You want to keep it very realistic, your skin color. So I want to maybe cool it down. The tint also, I'm going to drop this little bit. Maybe saturation too much I did, so I'm going to keep it like somewhere here. Let's say temperature. You don't want to go too much with temperature because it will be bluish. You don't want a bluish. Unless you want to create this moonlight kind of light, then yes. But you want to watch your whites in the eyes. The white is your reference for the white. So I'm gonna keep this. Oh, but I cannot this. I'm gonna keep it somewhere here. Now, since image is fixed, the color-wise, all looks good to me. I'm gonna bring this image close a little bit because I want to now remove the spots. So I'm gonna go to my spot removal. I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna make my brush, my spot removal bigger, so I'm gonna click on the spot that I want to remove, and you see now computer is finding the place to replace here up. You don't want it, it's gonna look kind of maybe looking good. This is actually good removing place. You can actually move if you want this spot to be removed from here, if you want, or from here. Let's keep it here. There is a few more spots that I want to remove, which is this one that catching my attention, which is this one, and you can remove this one, and you can remove so many photos. You can remove everything from this photo, but since this is a portrait of a man, so you don't want to make it too much smooch and smoothy. I'm gonna remove this one. I think that's okay. I'm gonna click done. Now let's make it smaller. What else we can do with it? This darkness underneath the eyes here we can remove, so let's bring it again closer. Go to our spot removal, adjust the size of the spot removal, and we're gonna click our mouse, drop it down, release the mouse, and the software is going to find a place to replace, a piece of skin to replace, which is not correct in this case. So I'm going to drag this replacement, skin replacement, to the place I want. Maybe here will be maybe better. You can, oh, okay, oh, here is perfect. And I'm going to click OK. Now we have an image done. There is no dark in the eyes. The spots are removed. The color looks okay. Let's bring it again closer. Now, the eyes are a little bit too dark. I want to pop up the eyes a little bit. So I'm going to go to my adjustment brush. And you see, you have lots of possibilities what you can do with this. I'm going to go to exposure. And I'm going to paint inside my eye to make it brighter. Now it doesn't do nothing now, the brush, because here everything is on 0. But I can pop it up, you see, to 105 just for start. Paint it. And now look at the eye. It's a little bit too bright, so you want to go and reduce this brightness. You want to keep it realistic. I think 50 will be enough. Now, the white is white. Now the dark, the black in the eyes. You want to just brighten this. So you're going to open new brush. And you're going to paint only inside the eyes. Here and this eye here. Now, I'm painted. Look what's gonna happen. Now I'm bringing this up. It's too bright, look like a evil. So you wanna drop this to, let's say, 34. That will do. Every image is different, so you have to play with it to find your sweet spot. And press done, and then see what's happening. I think the picture looks good. Maybe still a little bit dark, so I'm gonna pop this up a little bit more to 160. Maybe highlight a little bit, reduce. And now you see the hand, I think, is taking over a little bit of this photo. I want you to focus on the face. I want everybody who see this photo to focus on the face. So I'm gonna make this darker. How I'm gonna do it? I'm gonna go to radial filter, and I'm gonna click my mouse, left click, and I'm gonna drag this to the size that I want to be not touched. So here. Now my invert mask is not clicked. That means everything around will change. Now I'm gonna change it outside of my circle. So you see, if I'm going totally dark, I can make it something like this. But I want to keep all visible, just a little bit slightly darker, so the hand will match the face. So I think this is good. Maybe the hand is a little bit too red, so I'm gonna pop up the temperature to warm it up a little bit, and I think it's okay. Now overall image, I think it needs a little bit more exposure again, something like this, and I think we have a picture. Now let's see before and after. And still maybe a little bit things to change. It's all up to you. This is the simple tools that you can use. Maybe the exposure is too much, little bit, and you want to keep this nice. Okay, that's it. For all other stuff that you can do with all the other possibilities that you have in this Lightroom, we're going to talk in next episode. How to make cinematic movies, how to make black and white, how to do the landscapes and all this stuff. So thank you for watching, and follow me.